Welcome to our basketball segment, now brought to you each week from now on by Mazda. We thank them very much for being on board for the rest of the National Basketball League season. Well, last night was the clash between the Melbourne Tigers and the Newcastle Falcons. The Tigers on a bit of a roll so far in 1991. They were coming off a brilliant one-point win over Canberra Cannons, the first time that they had ever defeated the Canberra Cannons on Friday night, 118-117. The Falcons were coming up after a disastrous road trip to Perth and Adelaide. Let's have a look at the matchup between the two teams. They've played on 14 occasions. The Falcons lead 8-6. The Falcons winning percentage 47% as compared to the Tigers 38%. In 1989, the Falcons lost both matches, and also last year, 142-124 and 143-130. Let's take you to the Ken Booth Forum and the clash between the Melbourne Tigers and the Newcastle Falcons. Having a look at the matchups between the two teams, in 1990, rebounds 43.3, this year 46.4, so they've lifted that area. Melbourne 42.4, and they've really dropped off, 35 rebounds per match, free throws, I'll get that right, 70, 70, 75, 76 for Melbourne. That could be a telling factor late in the game. Shooting percentage last year 48 as compared to 53 this year, 45 for the Falcons, 52 for Melbourne, and 3 points last year, the Falcons 36-36 Melbourne, this year 34-34, so there's nothing in that. And if Michael Johnson and Andrew Gaze get a hot hand, we can see the light shot out here tonight, Dave. Just over 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Michael Johnson, Kruger tried to set the screen, Bullock. Saw Kruger in a little bit of space. Kruger in the paint now, just rolls it off the fingers, it won't drop. Stephen Whitehead with a good rebound. Outlet quickly to Gaze. Nigel Purchase in space. Kruger gets a hand on it, and the two will count.
Now that's a real shame there, because that ball was not going in. Silly play there by Kruger. He could let that one go. And what a great drive there, but he misses. Good rebound, James Bullock. No, he hasn't come up with it. And there's 4 players on the deck.
They'll have to have 4 men jump for this one. Well, they can't buy a basket off the glass.
No, I'll say they're very, very cold at the moment, the Falcons. There's a good drive there by Peter Harvey. Thought he was going to put this one in. He should have. Good hustle there by James Bullock to chase it. I thought he had the rebound, loses it. 4 players, 5 on the ground for it.
Back on the mill. Jump ball, live action. Grant Kruger. Peter Harvey just manages to contain the ball. Everett now. 3-point attempt from Jerry Everett. Hits the ring. James Bullock gets the ball. Michael Johnson in space. Prop falls away with a jumper and makes 2.
Good assist there from James Bullock. It was great hustle to get the rebound. Nice pass from Mike Johnson, who was open.
Gaze, fancy ball work behind the back. Out to Colbert. Heavy work with Whitehead and Harvey. Colbert 3-point attempt. He's in plenty of space so far tonight. Big rebound by James Bullock. They break out quickly. Gives it to Jerry Everett. He'll take on Gaze and beat this one.
Well, James Bullock, I'll tell you what, he's thrown another beautiful pass. He might be playing point guard by the end of the season.
Simmons. Little hook shot and drops for 2. So the points are starting to come thick and fast. You've got to be fit to play this game at the moment. Everett gets around Nigel Purchase. Great move, and he'll go to the line, Jerry Everett, and try and put the Falcons in front. What an athlete.
Poor defense there on the Tigers. There's no one back helping out. No one's going to mark Jerry Everett one-on-one. You've got to help out in that situation, and all the Tigers are a bit asleep.
Jerry Everett, he played 80 games, 2,322, averaging 29 a season, 91 points high 40, career 53, rebounds 24 as he adds the extra, and puts the Falcons in front with just under 3 minutes left in this first term. Whitehead to Purchase, to Gaze, really long, really putting his foot out of bounds too, Andrew Gaze, just managed to stay in the court, would know every inch of a basketball court, fires up for 3, and that's way short. Purchase gets the rebound, back to Gaze. Oh, looked like a bit of a travel there from Andrew Gaze. Can't make it on this attempt. James Bullock, and tapped out of bounds by James Bullock, and the Tigers will inbound. Referee's coordinator and scrutiny tonight, Ken Cook, was sitting alongside him. He just shook his head and said, no, Andrew Gaze was fine. Colbert falls away with a little jumper and makes 2, so the Tigers are back in front. Peter Harvey. An exciting career ahead of this youngster. Michael Johnson. Good ball inside of James Bullock, and thought about the dunk. Whitehead got a hand on it, stopped the 2 points, but Bullock will go to the line and will try and get 2 from the charity stripe. Bullock really has lifted his intensity owing to the fact that he knows he's not handling the ball well. but he really is trying in every other aspect.
Oh, he certainly is. And I think that happens to most good sports in any sport. If one aspect lets you down, you know you got to lift your game in the other areas. And he's certainly hustling everything, passing the ball well.
James Bullock, 55 NBL games, 1,520 points at 27.6. And that's where he is now, probably one of his weakest areas from the line, 73%, but he's 100% so far tonight, and the Falcons are back in front.
Gary Everett, we know, is a great offensive player. He's got his work cut out for him tonight. Marking Andrew Gaze is so far so good. And there we go, good hustle again.
Gaze somehow gets 2 points.
How he put that one, I have no idea. He had 3 guys hanging off him. He kept his cool. Great move, a little spin on the ball, off the glass, 2 points.
Bullock. Nowhere to go, double team there. Michael Johnson back to James Bullock. Simmons gets a hand on it. Now Gaze gets it out to Purchase. He falls over. Everett controls the ball. 4 on 3 here. What can they do? Bullock, baseline drive, takes on Whitehead and drops it in the hole. Great basket, James Bullock. Let's have a look at that Andrew Gaze incident here where he gets an incredible 2 points.
And there he is down low. Gary Everett has to go at it, gets it. Peter Harvey has to go.
And back to live action. Peter Harvey got a great basket at the other end. The Falcons lead by 3. Whitehead gets out of Michael Johnson's tackle. Gaze tries to get around Everett. They're making him work for everything tonight. Bullock gets the rebound. Can he control it? And Gaze will get the foul. Bit stiff, I thought, because he just really has to work for his baskets. I thought that was a bit rough.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd have to agree with you on that one. Didn't look like there's much in that. Again, a rear miss there by Gaze. Good rebound by Bullock. And not much of a foul there, but the referee decides time to blow his whistle.
Now the Tigers in the bonus situation. Bullock at the line. 110 left in the first quarter. 119 from 189 last year, only 62%. And he misses with that one. Whitehead with the ball. Harvey. Good defence by Peter Harvey. Lightning reflexes, the youngster. Good skill by Whitehead, though. And the crowd appreciate that. Colbert from a mile out drops it, and it's 26 all.
Well, Dave Colbert tried out in the pros in the States last year, unsuccessful, but he was good enough to even warrant a tryout, and we can see his great shooting touch. For a big man, he can shoot from anywhere.
Kruger from the line. Bullock in there. Somehow gets the rebound. And will get the 2 points. Does so. Brilliant play, James Bullock. Colbert will get 2 at the other end. Oh, Kruger nearly hammers him, but Harvey gets the foul.
Peter Harvey's made 2 good intercepts tonight, or I should say intercepts. He's got his hand to the ball. This time he's not. He just missed intercepts, but he's not letting him get the 2 points off a dunk. He said, if you're going to get these 2, go to the line, put him in.
Roger Shields and John Payne are going to make you work for every basket tonight. If we have a look at Dave Colbert's stats, 31 from 37 from the line and 83%. But I think that's how it should be. I think they're showing some great sense of adventure here, and the crowd are appreciating it, letting some of these things go. And I think it's good for the basketball. We often see too many ticky-touch with fouls, which interrupts the game so much.
I'd agree with you 100%, Mike.
28 apiece, 23 seconds left. The Falcons need to get off one good shot to finish up this first quarter. It's been highly entertaining. Johnson to Harvey. Purchase doing a good job on Jerry Everett in defence. Just milking the clock down. There's the 10-second hooter. Harvey now. He's too far out to shoot from there with any effect. Johnson's got the ball. Tapped away by Simmons, and the Falcons will inbound, and we'll have a couple of seconds to take this shot.
Good discipline by the Falcons. 3 seconds, still plenty of time, but let's see if they have an out-of-bounds play. They need something special here.
Roger Shields just telling Nigel Purchase and Grant Kruger to say, well, look, steady on, boys. Plenty of push and shove. Harvey, he's got to take the shot. Turns, swivels, and Stephen Whitehead gets the foul, and Harvey will go to the line right on the hooter. Will he or won't he? No, they've called it quarter time. Must have been just after the hooter. So a quarter time here at the Newcastle Sports Entertainment Centre between the Melbourne Tigers and the Newcastle Falcons. Wins the tip-off to Colbert, 28 apiece. Both teams going with the same lineups that they finished that first quarter with. Purchase looking inside for the pass from Colbert. It wasn't there. Simmons dishes off to Whitehead. Nearly turns it over. Harvey, good hustle there in defence. Colbert, good defence by Kruger on Simmons, although he got the pass from Colbert, gets the basket, and Kruger gets the foul. Now, it'll be interesting to have a look at that one again on the replay. But Simmons will get the 2, and the Tigers hit the front. At the line, Dave Simmons. And they move out to a 3-point lead. Let's have a look at some stats now in that first quarter. Shooting percentage 44%, unbelievable for the Falcons, to 44 by the Tigers as Kruger gets 2. Rebounds 12 apiece. Let's have a look at turnovers. Tigers 8, Falcons 5. And that's the stats of the first quarter. It was quite surprising, the shooting percentage there, 44% for the Falcons, only 40% for Melbourne.
Yes, both teams started off very poor shooting, and they picked it up there at the last few minutes of the first quarter to have some respectable stats.
Colbert inside to Simmons. The double D's working in unison. Back to Simmons. Inside Jerry Everett. Can't make it. And it rebounds off the ring. He gets a second attempt and can't make it. Bullock taps it away to Nigel Purchase, and he gets the 2 points.
Very handy player, Nigel Purchase. He's handles the ball at the guard position. He's about 6'6". He's been with the club ever since the inception of the league. He's a very good player coming off the bench.
And just does not stop trying. Jerry Everett now has the shot. Whitehead gets the rebound. Purchase has seen some pretty lean years with the Melbourne Tigers. Gaze, good move inside, good pass from Whitehead.
We might also mention Stephen Whitehead, only 21 years of age. He's a very young player. He's played a couple seasons now with Melbourne. Lindsay Gage quite happy to give his young Melbourne players a chance to prove themselves in the NBL. And this year he's played very well for them.
So the Falcons just turning it over there. The pass from Johnson to Everett was a good one, but Everett just stepped out of bounds. Full court press now applied by the Falcons. They're behind by 5. Colbert now. Plenty of time. Gets it out to Purchase. Looking inside to Simmons. Takes on Bullock and gets another 2 to Dave Simmons. So the Tigers have opened this second quarter brilliantly.
Yes, David Simmons, what a great player in that key area. You can't let him get the ball. He gets it, he shoots too well. I think he shoots about 60% every game. And he moves very well to get the ball.
Harvey to Kruger. Gets in the paint and it won't drop for him. Bullock gets the tap away to Dave Colbert. Gaze breaks out now. Propson has the 3-point attempt and Peter Harvey gets the rebound. But that could have been a 10-point turnaround there. Bullock now takes them on and it dropped for him. Very unconventional shot. And he has a look at Johnny Payne saying, what about the tip on the hand? Colbert, good defense by Kruger, moving up very quickly. Purchase to Whitehead now. The Tigers moving the ball extremely well. Simmons to Gaze. Tries to get around Everett. Everett never in position. And Gaze draws the foul on Jerry Everett. It'll be a side ball. So Andrew Gaze, always a danger man. And Ken Cole is swinging a couple of changes. Another local comes into the game, Chris Dill. And Al Green comes back into the game and they replace Jerry Everett and Peter Harvey. Lindsay Gaze on his feet. And Ray Gordon comes in for Nigel Purchase, who's done a good job. Lindsay Gaze is obviously here, Dave, matching up certain players with offensive players of the Falcons.
Yes, he is. Well, the Falcons, we know, are a dangerous offensive team, and he's got to make sure his size is right. Now, we saw Peter Harvey go out. Therefore, Gaze made a change, brought his smaller Ray Gordon back in.
Andrew Gaze gets it, a tip on it from Whitehead to Gaze, props in the paint and gets an easy 2. So all of a sudden, after being 28 all, the Melbourne Tigers now out to a 9-point lead.
Yes, they've outscored them 13-4 here in the opening 3.5 minutes. Coach Paul Wisely calls the timeout.
8:35 left in the first half here at the Ken Booth Forum, and it's the Melbourne Tigers 41 lead the Falcons 32. Just over 2 minutes left in this first half of basketball. The Tigers have started to play some superb basketball as Michael Johnson goes all the way, and that's a great basket by the former captain of the Falcons. Gaze turns it over, but somehow gets it off to Simmons. Now Whitehead has to dish off the Purchase to Gaze. He has the 3-point attempt. Swisher.
Well, that's a good pick down there, so you don't often see in basketball, and the guy never gets credit. That was a good pick down there from Dave Colbert, who got Gaze open. And here we see James Bullock posting up Simmons. Mike Johnson drives, has it taken from him by Andrew Gaze. The 3-on-3. Gaze go to the hoop, dish off to Colbert, and 2 points off the glass.
So all of a sudden now it's 14 points. And the Falcons in more strife than Ned Kelly. Green. Three-point attempt now, Green, and makes it. The veteran really has played superbly since coming on in the second quarter. Single-handedly, he's kept the Falcons in the game. They trail by 11.
So had now had a hot hand, they'd be in really deep trouble. They'd be down 20.
So James Bullock gets the foul off the ball, and that's James's second personal foul. They're in the 1-on-1, goes to the line. So again, the Falcons fall into this area of giving away so many points. games, 5-8-9-1. Well, he's done it again.
Yes, you want to see that too often, two in a row.
History. Andrew Gay's missing 2 from the stripe in succession.
Now, it's important here for the Falcons to get this back in this game. 9, 8. They can get back that close to him with a good chance. They don't want to be down 12, 15 at halftime. Oh, what a great play. Andrew Gay kept the ball alive. And Simmons misses an easy 2 points. 3-on-2 here for the Falcons. We'll see what Jerry Everett can do with the ball. Jump shot from 15 feet. And 2.
So Lindsay Gaze makes a substitution as we're looking at Jerry Everett. And they need him to fire in the second half. 38 seconds left on the clock. The Tigers lead 63-54.
And if they can stop them now and come down and score, that'll bring the lead to 7. Falcons will be pretty happy about that, I think. The fact that they were down 14, bring it back to 7.
Gaze gets around Everett, and Kruger gets a second bite of the cherry and gets 2. Deceptively quick, Andrew Gaze, because he doesn't look like an athlete, but a great turner speed.
Yes, he's very gangly out there, and but he knows where to go and when to do it.
10 seconds left on the clock in this first half.
We need a 3 here.
Need a 3 here. Green will take the 2, and will go to the line to shoot a couple. So that's experience coming into play there with only 3 seconds left on the clock. 65-54 in favour of the Melbourne Tigers. Now Green at the line. It's a magnificent career. 6,281 points at 23.5 in 1990, 254, only 9.7 at 50%, but he's had a new role with Adelaide. Didn't play a great deal of court time. Total points so far this year, 82, averaging 16.4 at 47, and we'll drop in the hole, or is it 2? Called 2. Andrew Gay's 2-point attempt on the hooter, and can't make it as Grant Kruger just throws up a wing and a prayer. And at half-time here at the Ken Booth Forum in the Newcastle Sports Entertainment Centre, the Melbourne Tigers, led by years from both clubs. Of course, the Newcastle Falcons joined the competition in '79. It's the inception, the inaugural era of the NBL. The Falcons had pretty successful years, 81, 82, 83, and a very good year under coach Dave Ankeny in 84. The Tigers joined the competition in 84 and had some pretty lean years for the first 4 years, while the Falcons under Steve Johansson, their form dropped off a little bit, down to that low under coach Ken Cole in 87, or sorry, Steve Johansson in 87. 88, they lifted their game to make the playoffs. The Melbourne Tigers then started to lift their game also, and as you can see, they've had great years, 88, 89 and 90, and they're on the top of the tree in 1991. The Falcons with everything to do in their second half. They're down by 8. The Melbourne Tigers playing a great second term. And it's starting lineups for both sides as they were at the start of the match. Colbert taking on Bullock. Purchase inside to Simmons, and off the glass 2. That's a good start by Dave Simmons.
Neil Turner got a good one on the chin there. From Simmons, he's rubbing a bit of salt into the wound there. We do see one change, Mike. We see Ray Gordon, who went off at halftime injured, and we see Purchase in for him to start the third term. What a great rebound from Bullock, up for 2, and there's a foul there on Nigel Purchase.
Better offensive board by James Bullock on that occasion. He leapt high for that one, pulled it in. Got the 2 points, so the Falcons open their account in this third term. James Bullock has battled hard all game. At the line, trying to add the extra. Up it goes, and it's in. Ball cleared off the rim.
and that gives him 15 points in the match. The Falcons picking him up, three-quarter court press. Again, I think that they're going to hope to run Melbourne into the ground in the second half if they can.
Purchase. Over to Gaze. Into paint, tapped away by James Bullock. Good block shot, but Gaze tapped away by Bullock again. He did well, and the Falcons really messed it up as three of them had a chance to pick it up. But well done, James Bullock. Let's have a look at the first half statistics now. Shooting percentages, 50 to the Falcons, 53 to the Melbourne Tigers. 23-21 rebounds in favour of the Falcons. Also, the turnovers in favour of the Falcons. That's a stat that they wouldn't like. As Al Green sinks a big three. Assists, 8 to the Falcons, 13 to the Tigers. And steals, 5 for the Tigers, 3 for the Falcons. Block shots, 1 for the Tigers.
And Al Green has come out. He scored 13 points in the second quarter. And he's come out and he's still hard after halftime. He's hit his first three-pointer, had 16 points for Al Green.
Just having a look at those stats there, Dave. I'm sure Michael Johnson got 1 block shot and James Bullock got 1 block shot, but can't knock the statisticians. They do a great job here at the Newcastle Sports Entertainment Centre. They have been doing it for years too. Al Green goes to the bucket again, and a little drop for him. Mean Al Green has got the Falcons within 2 points quickly in this second half.
And that's just what the Falcons needed to get back in this game. They didn't need to be down 10 for the rest of the game. They need to get right back in it now.
And that's another walk. And James Bullock wanting the ball, and Dave Colbert having a few words to say too. And James giving him a little bit of a hurry up. Now, this is points per quarter. In the first quarter, both teams scored 28 points each. In the second quarter, the Tigers scored 37 to the Falcons 29. A chance now for the Falcons to get on even terms. Johnson takes on Gaze, falls away with the jumper. Won't fall for him. In actual fact, never even got anywhere near the ring. Johnson tried to steal it off Gaze. Gaze goes all the way to the hoop, dishes off to Purchase, and Turner is in there. And in actual fact, Roger Shields did not know which way to call that one.
Yes, I think he swallowed the whistle on that one. It's Melbourne ball from the side.
Let's have a look at it again.
And there's a good block from Neil Turner. And I'm not sure what the referees decided on that one.
Probably could have been a jump ball there, Dave.
Yes, certainly could have been.
Purchase, tapped away by Al Green. He's in everything.
That's what they needed. He's the captain. Got to lead by example.
Giddy. Out to Simmons. Oh, beautiful move, Dave Simmons. Deserved better, but the Falcons come up with the ball. Bullock dishes off to Green. Will he set himself a three? He does, and drops it. Oh, Al Green's on fire. And the Falcons hit the front. He's in everything, Al Green. Colbert fires up a three. Oh, and he makes a long bomb, Dave Colbert. Tigers back in front. Wake up, crowd. There's a game on our hands. Everett gets into the action. Block shot, he'll go to the line for 2. What a way to open up the third quarter. Here's Everett, here's the replay. And gets in there and arms all over Jerry Everett. He'll go to the line to try and get the Falcons back on level terms with the Tigers. 80 National Basketball League games, 2 from 2 from the line tonight. 25 from 35 at 71% so far this season. He's averaging 10.8 rebounds and 40% from the three-point area. And they'll need him to really fire up in this third quarter.
You know, one stat we always overlook with Jerry is the guard. He's averaging 11 rebounds a game, and that's fantastic. He actually had 24 in one game, which is almost unbelievable.
Neil Turner. Have the shot now. Off the glass. And we keep saying that young Neil Turner has got one of the sweetest shots in the business. Gaze now tries to marshal his troops. They led by 8 at half-time. It's 70 apiece. Purchase to Simmons. Inside to Giddy, and he can't control it. So the Falcons now will inbound. So they've come out with the intensity they had in the first quarter.
Yes, they have. They were a bit slack in the second quarter. Melbourne got on top. Mike Johnson, fairly quiet first half. Off to Bullock, out to Green.
Thought about the three, gets inside for 2, can't make it. Bullock in there with the offensive rebound. Tips it to Andrew Gaze, behind the back. He takes on 3 of them, loses the ball, and came off the Falcons player, says referee John Payne, and the Tigers will inbound. Andrew shakes his head and says it's hard to earn a basket here tonight.
But there's a lot of reaching going on tonight, so the referees have been letting that go.
So he said, if I can't have 2, I'll have 3. Take it out of that one, young Harry. 8:03 left in the third term. The Tigers by 3. On screen now, the highest score margins. 3 by the Newcastle Falcons, 31-28, and 14 by the Melbourne Tigers. At one stage, they've had 63-49 as Michael Johnson fires up the 3. He can't make it. Jerry Everett gets the offensive rebound, overshoots and taps it out of bounds, and the Tigers will inbound. Giddy quickly to Gaze. Another 3-point attempt. Can't make it. Everett will collect the ball for the Falcons. Gets around Andrew Gaze. So 5 on 4 inside from Al Green to Everett. That would have been a sensational basket if that had a drop. Simmons gives it straight to Michael Johnson. Now out to Al Green. Out to James Bullock. He gets inside the paint. Little hook shot, overshoots. They're trying to score the fancy baskets, the Falcons. Al Green out to Johnson. 3-point attempt. Can't make it short. Simmons gets the rebound. There's plenty of action happening, Dave.
I'll say they're chasing everything. Both teams are going out this one. You think it was the grand final?
Well, really, when you say grand final, it is for the Falcons. They've got to win their home games as their away record is not terribly brilliant.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. They haven't won a game in about a year and a half on the road. 19 straight road losses.
Simmons get the little dunk. So they lead by 5 again.
So the Falcons certainly have to win all their home games. And they're going to have to pick up 1 or 2 in the road if they want to make the playoffs in 1991.
Johnson to Bullock now. Working at... Oh, big reject by Simmons, but I think it's either Colbert or Simmons will get the foul as bodies fall all over the place.
And a charge is called there. Offensive foul.
Goodness gracious. Let's have a look at that again. Well, there's Dave Colbert holding his ground, and Bullock goes right in, and Simmons came over the top. Probably a fair call there on the replay. Whitehead into the game. Replacing Nigel Purchase. Gaze to Whitehead. Giddy inside to Colbert. Falls away with a jumper. Can't make it. And Giddy gets the rebound. Gets it out to Whitehead. Simmons, Ken Cole shouting instructions at his troops. Calling for the defence to work hard. Colbert. Now to Whitehead. Thought about the shot. Good defence this time by the Falcons. Giddy gets around Johnson. And Johnson never in position. And you can probably hear Ken Cole saying, work, defence, work. And that's one area they've got to, Dave, because the big fellas are getting inside.
Yes, that's right. You need to do it for 48 minutes. And not just in spurts.
Andrew Gaze. Putting the pressure on the defence. Colbert. Enormous amount of room to throw it up. And all of a sudden they're out by 8 again.
Very good shooting touch, Dave Colbert. Doesn't hesitate much either from that 3-point line.
Green to Johnson. Into James Bullock. Falls away with a jumper, and it won't drop for him, but he'll go to the line to shoot a couple. So they've thrown up plenty of attempts tonight, the Falcons, but it just won't fall on the hole on a lot of occasions.
Well, let's hope it's fourth quarter they can get hot.
75% from the line tonight for James Bullock. 18.8 points per game so far this season and averaging 17.2 rebounds. That's a tremendous average, isn't it?
It certainly is, and he's leading the league again. He won the award last year as the best rebounder, and again, he's on top this year.
And makes a couple. 5:40 left in the third term. Stephen Whitehead. Andrew Gaze now with the ball, bringing it down for the Tigers. To Colbert. Bullock trying to marshal the defence. He has the 3-point attempt and makes another swisher. Dave Colbert just keeps stretching that Tigers lead. Green. Bullock. Probably trying to do a little bit too much at times, James Bullock. Green takes on Whitehead. Tapped down by Giddy. Interception there. Gives it back, and that's over the halfway, surely. I'd love to see that on replay, and that was a travel. So 2 bad calls there as far as I'm concerned. We'll probably have a look at that at the replay.
Not bad calls, Mike. No calls.
Gaze, 3 points. Colbert gets in the paint and throws it out of bounds, and the Tigers will inbound. So the pace being played at a frenetic pace, and everyone under pressure. Whitehead with the ball. The coaching staff of the Falcons on their feet. Gaze. Pushes off Everett. Gets in the paint and gets 2. And substitution by Cole. Kruger in, Turner out, 4:39 left in the third term, and the Tigers again lead by double figures. Stats of the game so far, Dave, is when you have a look at the 3-point attempts made tonight, the Falcons have thrown up 16 for only 4 results, positive results, while the Melbourne Tigers have thrown up 23 and have scored on 11 occasions. There's 33 of their points, and Andrew Gay scores another couple.
That's right, that's 33 to them, 12 to Newcastle. That's a difference of 21 from the 3-point line. That's exactly just about what the difference is in the game at the moment, 22 points.
A little bit lucky to hang on to the ball then, the Falcons, but Peter Harvey will inbound here. 35% third quarter shooting for the Falcons as compared to 56, and that's why we had a 20-point gap at 3-quarter time. Just a little bit of a damp spot on the court. Some of the massive crowd in here tonight. Bullock. 3-point attempt from James Bullock, and he dropped it. Make that 5 from 17. Maybe we can get Michael Johnson and Jerry Everett to join in the fray as far as 3-pointers are concerned. We haven't seen much of those 2 players tonight. Andrew Gaze replies with 3. So 1 our end, 1 their end.
Well, the Tigers play with a lot of confidence. Last night's win was a good tonic for them. They've never won in Canberra. First time in 13 meetings they've won in Canberra, and I'm sure that's just made them all the more confident this season.
Andrew Gaze gets the foul, and the Falcons get the ball from the side. 22-point lead to the Melbourne Tigers. James Bullock just a little bit damaged there. Andrew Gaze just giving him a pat on the back. James Bullock's worked tirelessly tonight to try and lift his team. Dave Simmons went for the intercept. Bullock now to Green, who's at the charity line. Tried to get a pass to Bullock. A hurried pass, Gaze. Harvey there to try and intercept him, can't do so. And Andrew Gaze is just scoring at will when he goes down the other end.
Well, it's a good ploy by Coach Gaze. Every time that Newcastle takes a shot, you'll see Andrew Gaze break. And how many times have they gotten him down there for an easy 2 points?
So James Bullock certainly hasn't given up the cause. The Tigers running at the Falcons. They should be the ones that are leg weary. The Falcons are the ones that look a bit heavy in the legs as Dave Simmons jams one away for a couple.
Melbourne did an excellent job there of having no one back behind. They got their players in very good court position, and that made it impossible for James Bullock to guard Simmons.
Kruger, great reject by Simmons. Working hard at both ends of the court, Dave Simmons.
Certainly is.
Here it is.
He's a blue-collar worker, and look at that good timing. He times it perfectly, and Grant Kruger bites the dust on that occasion.
24-point lead in favour of the Melbourne Tigers. 9:21 left in the match. It would be a Herculean effort for the Falcons to get back in this match as Al Green tries to do his side, and he gets the foul. Explain that one to me. Ken Cole just hanging his head along with Dennis Kibble and Tom Weisman.
Well, when
things goes up in the crowd.
When things are going bad,
you'd think you're at Lake Park in a minute.
They go to worse.
The Newcastle Falcons last led in the third quarter 68-67, but from there on it was all downhill as Dave Simmons, and a gap just opens up and he throws it down. Everett. 3-point attempt from Jerry Everett. He makes a swisher. Went for the intercept on Andrew Gaze. Whitehead. Peter Harvey tried the little tap away. Unsuccessful. And Jerry's all over Gaze, and he's got to go to the line for a couple on that occasion. But they're just running the Falcons ragged.
Yes, they're having a good time out there. They have a nice, they have a real nice lead. They're in the box seat here. And there we see that's a bit of a lucky bounce there. Almost intercepted. and it ends up in Andrew Gaze's hands.
165 games. We've spoken on a couple of occasions. Only 6'7", certainly not tall as far as basketball language is concerned. 5,847 points, 35.4 career average. He's averaged 44 points in 87, 38 points in 1990, and 37 in 88, 37 in 86, 34 in 89. Mr. Consistency.
Yes, well, he's lucky. He's had the green light all his career. In other words, he's had a chance. The coach has always said to him, when you see the hoop, have a shot. A lot of players don't have that license to shoot.
Yes, he was knocking up 40 and 50 points in a losing team for many years.
Yes, that's right.
And that's his 4th foul. Having a bit of a giggle about it too. But when you've got this sort of league, I suppose it's easy to have a bit of a smile. Michael Johnson gives it off to Peter Harvey. Been a little bit indecisive tonight, Michael Johnson. Green all the way to the back. That's a great pass.
Good drive by Al. Made it off the glass nicely. And all the big guys in there coming after him.
Simmons takes on Turner, throws it away. That's a little word to Johnny Payne. Neil Turner into Al Green. A good pass from Neil Turner, and Al Green somehow gets 2. Now, Al Green certainly hasn't given up the ghost.
Well, what a start for Al Green. He had 3 fouls in the first 3 minutes of the game. You probably wouldn't expect to see him much court time the rest of the game, but he's come on to have a super game and give the Falcons a bit of respect.
He certainly has been the Falcons' best player. Outside of, the tireless work put up by James Bullock, Turner can't get the rebound on that occasion. Colbert, 3-point attempt. Can't make it on this occasion. Turner picks it up. Gives it to Harvey. They still want to run. They trail by 21. Harvey looks to go all the way and tapped away by the Tigers. Dave Colbert just looks around and says, where did that little man come from? And got a fair hand to it too, did Dave Colbert on that occasion. Good pass by Green into Kruger. And that's where they have missed out tonight. They get fouled, and the basket won't drop for them, so they can get that extra point or the 3-point play. 7:16 left in the match. Tigers lead 116-95.
If we go to Michael's side, don't use screen run. Set the double straight away the other side for Jerry. If you go to Jerry's side, it's a double on Mike, but it's got to be crisp and don't get caught moving. Gaze is out. Now, we pick up and we press them all down the floor. Let's sort out our assignments. Purchase, you got him full court. Who's going to help him with the ball?
Number 6, I guess. My man. Giddy.
Giddy? And he is your man.
Yeah.
And you got 15, and you got the other American out there. Okay. Hey, listen, we know the next 2, we got these guys in deep trouble. Let's go.
I'd like to be as confident as Coach Ken Cole.
Well, Coach Cole, very confident, and he wasn't the last time out, too. He's not showing any frustration at all. He's saying, let's go, guys. We're still in this game. They'll be looking for Johnson and Everett here. They want the 3-pointers. And there goes one way out, and great throw. Now, I'll tell you what, this has got the fans up on their feet.
All of a sudden, it's only a 10-point ball game.
And 2 minutes to go. And not a bad foul there for Jerry Everett. Stop the clock. Put Simmons on the line. A lot of pressure on Simmons now to convert the free throws. Now, he knows he has to take it. He likes that shot anyway, but he has to take it with time running out, and all net.
Dave Simmons at the line. Makes the first. Experienced campaigner. Trying to get the Tigers out again to a 12-point lead. And misses with a second. And it's Lenarden who travels, so the Falcons get the turnover. Harvey, Green calling the shots, gives it to Johnson, he fires up for another 3, that's close, it won't make it. Kruger in there for the rebound, Giddy gets it. Good rebound by Giddy, Purchase now. Colbert calling for the ball, he was on his own. Oh, that's a walk there, surely. Giddy gives it to Lenarden now. Fresh player on. What will he do with the ball? Giddy, they're just chewing up the clock. Simmons gives it off to Lenarden, misses, gets a second attempt, he misses. Kruger and Green, 1:31 left in the match. I think the time's going to beat him. He's got to fire up for 3. Al Green, flat shot, makes it. 124-116, 8 points in it. Well, they need 3 threes, but they need the ball. Lenarden tackled there by Peter Harvey. Peter, you have got no right to complain there whatsoever.
Well, that actually might cost them. Now, we'll see. I think the referee's going to call that intentional, which means that Melbourne will get the ball. And they certainly will. And what a silly foul. I'm sure Peter didn't want that to happen. The foul was good. He put Lenarden on the line, and he's just coming into the game fresh. Pressure's on him. Now Melbourne will get the ball back, and that's the end of the game, I think, for the Newcastle Falcons.
Not bad for a fresh player. Nails the 2. They'll get the ball back. So that gives the lead out to 10 points again. Simmons. Inside the paint makes it 2. And I'd say that's definitely the ball game. That's 12. Michael Johnson, he's just going to have to throw it up. Green will. 3-point attempts. Can't make it on this occasion. And they'll get the ball back, though, the Falcons. Give them their dues. They have not stopped trying in this final term.
Oh, it's very easy to be down 20-some points and just to play out the game and try to build up your averages. The Falcons haven't given up. That's right, Mike. And the fans certainly haven't given up either. Jerry Everett will go to the line now with 50 seconds remaining. Score 128-116.
2 from 4 from the line tonight, Jerry Everett. Dave Simmons, that was his 6th foul of the evening, so he sits out. For the Falcons, they would have liked him out of the game about 2 minutes earlier, 3 minutes earlier.
Yes, that's right. He really pulled them together in this 4th quarter. Dave Colbert's gone very quiet after having a great 3rd quarter. Dave Simmons has done the damage in this last stanza.
Makes the first is Jerry Everett. There's 50 seconds left on the clock. If he gets this one, there will be a 10-point gap. Full court press by the Falcons. 24 points to Jerry Everett. Throws it away to Warwick Giddy. There's Dave Colbert. Harvey moves up on him quickly. Mark Gaze. They get the turnover. Can the Falcons get the ball? And it's got to be a Falcons ball. In actual fact, Giddy gets the foul. 1-on-1. So Al Green mustering up all those tired tendons, those tired muscles, and hustles after the ball and gets it. 39 seconds left on the clock, and the Falcons have a chance to cut it to single figures. Timeout call by Coach Ken Cole. Lindsay Gaze just shakes his head. 39 seconds left on the clock. 128-118 in favour of the Tigers.
I don't want to give them a chance of thinking about it in 10 seconds. So he's got 2 fellas that working from up the center line. They keep the pass in the back court, then throw it. So you keep the spread and keep the fight. Not the ball just push. Let's go.
Well, Coach Lindsay Gaze showing a little bit of tension down there on court side as his team has frittered away a handy lead. They still lead by 8, of course. And with only 39 seconds left on the clock, you would have to say that they would be just about odds on to take out this match, but plenty of things have happened.
Yes, that's right. A few new guys in for Melbourne. Pressure's on them. They're cold. Falcons coming out of 100 miles an hour.
Jerry Everett gets the turnover. And will it drop? It does. And Everett will go to the line. And all of a sudden, if he makes this, it's a 5-point ball game. No, it's not. 128-120. I think that scoreboard's changed, hasn't it? From what it was just before that. 128-120. I called it wrong.
Well, we'd like to see that happen again. You don't like to see them miss the foul shots, but if they can get their own rebound back, Falcons will take it. And they're going to have to go for everything here. This is going to be a crazy 40 seconds. Mike Johnson gets a hand to it. Brent Kruger almost catches up with it.
31 seconds, Colbert. They'll get 2 points here. Lenarden jams it away. 25 seconds. They lead by 9, the Tigers. Johnson's got to throw it up from there. Green, he tries to get inside, and Lenarden will get the foul, and Green will go to the line. And Lindsay Gaze is up and down the side of the court, absolutely berating his players.
Yes, he has his whole bench up with him as well.
18 seconds left on the clock. 9 the difference. Green trying to cut it to 7. Gets the first. Good little bit of by-play between Geddes and Al Green. 5 from 7 from the line. Misses that one. Colbert gets the rebound. They just need to run out the clock here, Colbert. Jerry Everett. Lenarden with the ball again. Gives it off to Geddes. He gets 2. With 7 seconds left on the clock, Al Green might as well throw from there. But they've battled hard, the Falcons, but the Tigers have been superior tonight. He gets the 3 points, Al Green. They count. But that will be the ball game. Al Green will go to the line to shoot the 1, but it will be a good victory here to the Melbourne Tigers. Yes, in actual fact, Al Green went to the line to shoot 2. It was a 5-point play, made both baskets. So the final score, 132-127 in favour of the Melbourne Tigers. Let's have a look at the national scoreboard of the Hungry Jacks National League this week. Southern Melbourne 122, Illawarra 116, Adelaide 99, Hobart 98, Melbourne 118, Canberra 117, Brisbane 109, North Melbourne 104. Geelong absolutely thrashed Illawarra in their second game, 145-104. As you saw, Melbourne 132, Newcastle 127, Brisbane 134, Eastside 117, Perth 105, Hobart 90, and Sydney finally got on the board, 127, defeated the Gold Coast 108. Well, that just about wraps up our basketball program this morning, and indeed Sports Centre Sunday. We hope you enjoyed all the action. Thanks once again to Mazda for being a part and parcel of Sports Centre Sunday with the telecast of the National Basketball League. Don't forget our big rugby league replay tonight, the North Sydney Bears and the Newcastle Knights from North Sydney Oval at 6.